Hi, Anonymous Diaries fam. This one is heavy. Today's story is not black and white. It's filled with guilt, betrayal, pressure, and regret. A woman has come forward with a confession that's tearing her apart inside. She's caught between loyalty, shame, survival, and the consequences of one moment that changed everything. This is not an easy story. It is raw, complicated, and heartbreaking. But it is also one of those confessions that needs to be heard, because silence only deepens the pain. Please, as you listen, do so with compassion. She needs your honest, thoughtful advice, not judgment. Welcome to yet another episode of Anonymous Diaries, a safe space for untold stories, the ones that are too heavy to share elsewhere, but you get to hear them here because here, every story matters. My name is Evelyn and I remain your host. Before I bring our narrator to the mic, please do well to like and subscribe to support this channel and help our narrator story reach the right people. Thank you. Now, let's hear from the horse's mouth.
I don't even know how to start this. Every time I try to talk about it, my heart sinks into my stomach. I look in the mirror and I barely recognize myself. I used to be the girl who believed in loyalty, in boundaries, in never biting the hand that fed you. But here I am, 35 years old and 2 months pregnant for my friend's husband. Yes, you heard that right. This is not a story I'm proud to tell. In fact, I've kept it buried inside me for weeks, eating me up from within. But now I feel like I'm at a crossroads. My conscience is screaming. My heart is confused. And I need help. Honest, sincere help. Let me take you back. I met Amaka in the university. We weren't just friends. She was more like a sister. When my family couldn't afford to pay my fees, she stepped in, quietly, without ever making me feel less than. She would share her food with me, her clothes, her makeup, her wigs, everything. People used to joke and call us twins. After school, life hit me hard. I was unemployed for 8 years. Yes, 8 full years of struggling. I was doing small jobs here and there, but nothing stable. Meanwhile, Amaka got married to a man who seemed nice, calm, respectful, and well-to-do. Even when she got married, she didn't change. She was still my backbone, still checking up on me, still encouraging me. Then one day, she told me there was an opening at her husband's company and she would speak to him on my behalf. I remember crying when I got the job. It felt like my breakthrough had finally come. What's more, she even fought for me to get a higher salary than I was offered. She said, "You've suffered enough. Let this job restore you." God knows, she did everything for me. But then, just a few months into the job, the shift began. Her husband, let's call him Mr. X, started acting funny. At first, it was subtle, lingering stares, comments that made me uncomfortable. I would brush it off, smile awkwardly, pretend I didn't understand. Then, it became direct. He started calling me into his office often. Alone. He would compliment my body, my dresses. Then one day he said, "You know this job is in my hands. I hope you understand that." That was the beginning of the real pressure. He began threatening my job subtly, saying things like, "You are doing well, but not irreplaceable." Or, "Loyalty is more than work, it's personal." I started getting scared. I was barely finding my feet. Losing the job meant going back to that dark place. I tried to avoid him, but he made it impossible. He would call me late at night, demand to see me outside work, and each time I refused, he made my work life more difficult. And then I gave in. The first time I cried, I hated myself. I told him never again. He apologized, then did it again and again. It became a cycle I couldn't stop, a trap. Each time I saw Amaka's face, smiling, encouraging me, I felt like the worst human alive. She had trusted me, she had opened her life to me, and I crossed the line. Then last month, I missed my period. I took a test and it was positive. I couldn't believe it. I told him. Mr. X didn't flinch. He didn't act shocked or even concerned. Instead, he calmly gave me 2 options: cold, calculated, and final. You either marry me secretly as my second wife and quietly resign from the company, or you abort the pregnancy and lose everything: this job, my support, and your future here. I was stunned. I sat there speechless. No emotion, no guilt, just a transaction. I've told no one except my immediate family and a few friends. And do you know what they said? Accept the marriage, better to be a second wife with a future than a disgraced woman with nothing. They are thinking about security, about survival, about shame. But no one is thinking about Amaka, about the pain this would cause her, about what it would do to her to know that her closest friend betrayed her like this. And the worst part, she's been trying to conceive for years. She's prayed, she's fasted, she's cried on my shoulder, and the child she's been begging God for is now growing inside me. I can barely sleep. Each time I place my hand on my belly, I feel torn between innocence and betrayal. This baby didn't ask for this, and I don't even know what I feel anymore. Shame, confusion, fear, guilt. I walk around like a shadow of myself, carrying a secret that could destroy everything. Now I'm at a junction. If I marry him, I destroy her and lose every part of myself that still believes in friendship. If I abort, I lose the one innocent part of this whole mess. If I walk away, I lose my job, my stability, and possibly everything. Please, my people, what do I do? Am I the devil everyone would make me out to be? Can I ever be forgiven? Is there any way out that doesn't leave my life in ruins? I'm not proud of what I have done, but I'm begging for clarity, for direction. Please, help me.
This one touched my soul. Our narrator has laid bare a confession that is as painful as it is difficult to judge. A good woman made a terrible mistake, but now she's stuck between guilt and consequence. Is there ever redemption in situations like this? What would you do if you were in her shoes? Please, Anonymous Diaries family, drop your sincere thoughts in the comments below. But as always, I ask that you respond with kindness and compassion. And if you have a story of your own to share, you can send it to this email, anonymousdiaries279@gmail.com. Include your country. Your voice matters here, and your story may help someone else find the courage to speak. Until next time, take care of yourselves and stay safe.